All right, gang, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Buzz Media here this Saturday night. We've got the Leavitt Hornets against the Brunswick Dragons. Big tilt here. Brunswick, always a very good team, coached by Todd Hansen, who's been a great coach for a very long time in Central Maine. And, of course, Leavitt, coached by the Class A Coach of the Year, Michael Hathaway, along with Ben Rudstone and John Cadman.
Wes Soroy's too.
Wes Soroy's also on the bench. And tonight with me in the booth, the Buzz Media booth, we have Mason Woodbury and the newcomer, Cam Jordan, making an appearance today. We've seen Cam on some things. He's a unified basketball coach. We see him a lot. We see him a lot on the football field, playing defensive end and split end for the Leavitt Hornets in the fall. And does a lot of track, both indoor and outdoor in the spring. So glad to have Cammy J along. How you doing, Camden? He's going to be doing our stats tonight. He's struggling with a little bit of a cold, so we're dealing with that. And then Mace, as always, back. I think this is the third game in a row for you and I.
Yep, that's true. That's true.
Getting a little chemistry back and forth here, aren't we?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. So here we go. The Leavitt Hornets coming off a tough loss last night against the Morse Shipbuilders. Morse just came out and played really, really well. Leavitt, I don't know, maybe were they looking beyond that game a little bit, playing a team that was 3-12? What do you think?
Hopefully tonight they can turn it around and kind of take that anger and sorrow from yesterday and put it into this game and make it show in the stats.
I tell you what, the locker room was not a happy place to be last night. I went in after the game and I think angry was a word we would use. Frustration. Morse played a great game defensively, did a great job rebounding for us, and we just couldn't seem to get anything going after that first quarter where we came out 22-12, and then we get outscored pretty badly, to be honest with you. They scored 67 points, Morse did, in 3 quarters. That's a lot of points in a high school basketball game.
Indeed, indeed. All
right, gang, we're going to cut off here for a little bit and listen to the introductions and the national anthem. We've got Mark Perry, Terry Ricker, and Jeff Benson officiating game tonight.
For tonight's matchup between the visiting Brunswick Dragons and your Leavitt Hornets. The member schools of the KVAC would like to thank you for your support of our schools, our programs, and our student athletes. Please remember it's the responsibility of all in attendance to respect the opposing fans, the officials, the coaches, and the athletes. Please do not behave in a manner that will draw attention away from the court. Again, your support is truly appreciated. Best of luck to both teams. Let's hope for a well-played and injury-free game. And now, for the starting lineup for the visiting Dragons. At guard, sophomore number 13, Evan Kilfoyle. At forward, senior number 21, Sam Sharp. At guard, senior number 24, Noah Cox. At guard, junior number 30, James Belanger. And at forward, senior number 33, Finn Mitchell. Dragons are coached by Todd Hansen, Fred Corber, Ben Clark, and Dan Cooper. And now for your Leavitt Hornets. At guard, sophomore number 1, Josiah Lerner. At guard, junior number 12, Keegan Melanson. At forward, junior number 2, Cole Morin. At guard, sophomore number 5, Wyatt Hathaway. And at guard, senior number 3, Josh Banks. Hornets are coached by Michael Hathaway, John Cadman, Benjamin Redstone, and Wes Seroy's. Athletic training services.
All right, here we go for the national anthem.
Sports medicine in Nancy, California. This time, will you please all rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, gang, here we go. Pretty good crowd tonight. I'd say probably about 15,000 people in attendance tonight. The back balcony's full. And as always, the Dome Stadium outside has got the game streamed live on the big screen.
Put the camera up a little bit. It's getting our heads. All right, are we ready to go?
Here we go for the big tip. We got Cole Morin going up against number 21, Sam Sharp from Brunswick. All right, here we go. Wyatt Hathaway start bringing the ball up the floor. Gets it over to Keegan Melanson in the corner. Keegan taking a couple dribbles, trying to get that screen out. And Wyatt Hathaway is going to start it off with a quick three.
A very quick three, very early into the game.
Number 13, Kilfoyle, bringing the ball up for the Brunswick Dragons. Gets it out top to number 24. Nice little drive in the paint. It's going to be short. And it's going to be a Hornet ball.
Kilfoyle not actually playing in the JV game today. He is usually a swinger for the Dragons, but
looks like he's moved into a starting role in the varsity. Looks like a real athletic kid. Keegan Melanson over here on the top. Looking again for Wyatt Hathaway. I think they want to try to get Wyatt involved early on. Number 21, Sam Sharp, with a tough foul on Wyatt. Wyatt's going to go to the line for two.
The Hornets looking to push the pace early. Maybe fix some of the mistakes from yesterday.
Yeah, we'll see how that loss yesterday affects us mentally. That's a big part of this game. Up and in for Wyatt Hathaway. 4th point of the game. All 4 points for Leavitt so far.
Wyatt looking to heat up very early.
And up and in, 2 for 2 from the line. Kilfoyle is going to bring the ball up. Trying to get past Josiah Leonard for a nice drive. Just a little strong off the glass. And Cole Morin with a big defensive board. And we're off to the races. Keegan Melanson is going to go up. A little strong off the board. Sharp leading it up the floor here. We're going to kick it over to 33. Mitchell. Mitchell's going to go up. Looks like it was almost partially blocked into the basket by Cole Morin there.
Once again, Cole Morin getting very involved on the defensive end.
Getting over to Josiah Learned over on the wing. He's going to take it into the hoop. Nice strong take and finishes with a nice soft shot.
A very beautiful move by Josiah.
Kicking it outside quick for a quick shot by Mitchell. Sharp's going to go up strong.
A monster block by Cole Morin.
Tell you what, Cole Morin's here ready to play. It looks like he doesn't have any mental issues from last night. He's ready to get after it.
Cole Morin, a very passionate player.
Cole Morin goes about 6'4", and I think he has the ability to change a lot of shots out there. Oh, long rebound right back to Sharp on the three-point line. Going to kick it way over.
Even if Cole is unable to get the block, he is still able to alter the shot in a way that would cause a miss.
Yes, it's going to affect a lot of those shots. Wyatt Hathaway with the rebound. He's going to push it up the floor, stop and pop. Way right there. Didn't even hit much rim. Looking to get it over here to Sharp, and it is going to be an offensive foul on Brunswick. Josh Banks with a nice play there.
Once again, Joshua Banks with the high basketball IQ, choosing to take the charge.
Josh, kind of an unsung hero for the Hornets, does a lot of stuff that people may not notice on a stat line.
I'm sure that comes with his seniority.
I think his senior leadership. He's been with this team when they haven't been very good, and he's with us here where we're having a lot more wins than we have in the past few years. Kilfoyle, I think Morin did a good job getting him up off the ground there and taking the foul there. So Kilfoyle comes up with a quick foul. His first foul is going to be underneath. Melanson's going to inbound.
Time ticking down.
Go up top to Banks there. Hathaway taking it off of Banks' hands. Seeing what he's got here at the top of the key. Nice strong kick out to Banks. Banks going to kick it over to Melanson. Melanson goes hard to the rack, and he's going to get a foul call. I didn't see who they called that on. Looks like it's going to be number 30 for Brunswick. Number 30, according to
James Belanger.
James Belanger.
The ball movement, superb by the Hornets right now.
I'll tell you what, we're moving the ball around. We're getting to the rack. And Keegan Melanson, he struggled a little bit from the field as of late, but I tell you what, plays some pretty good defense. And so far tonight has done a good job getting to the rack.
Another one of those players who is able to fill out in other parts that don't show up on the stat sheet.
Absolutely. Kilfoyle. Over to Cox, Noah Cox, who's going to take it to the rack with a nice up and under move for 2. Coach Hathaway said that Leavitt's really got to pay attention to Noah Cox tonight. He has the ability to score in a hurry. Speaking of scoring in a hurry, Wyatt Hathaway up and in.
Coast to coast. He got the board and he just took off.
Camden, how many points Wyatt have already tonight?
He has 7.
He's got 7 of Leavitt's 9 so far. Good seal by Sharp. And a nice up and under reverse layup. Getting by Morin. Josiah Lerner bringing the ball up the floor. Looks like he's trying to take Kilfoyle off the dribble. Kicks it out to Morin. Morin's going to take a 3. Up and over the backboard. Out of bounds. A Brunswick ball.
A very good shot by Morin. Just couldn't get it to fall.
It's 9-6 here in the first quarter. 9-6 Hornets. It's 4:25 left to go in this first quarter. Kicked it over here, number 23. Cox has got it at the top. I'm sorry, that's not Cox. That's number 33, Mitchell.
Ooh, another monster block.
Big block by Cole Moore, and I think that's a second block already. He's got 2 in this first quarter. He's going to try to get the ball back. Deep 3 by Wyatt Hathaway.
Treyway.
3 ball is good. 12-6. We've doubled them up so far here in the first quarter. Kilfoyle looking to press. He's going to kick out to Mitchell.
Point.
How many points is that, Camden?
10 on Wyatt Hathaway.
Already.
10 points already for Wyatt Hathaway. He had 24 last night in the loss. Mitchell with a 3.
A defensive
Looks like he came
breakdown
up a little short. Great hustle by Keegan Melanson. Just got tripped up a little bit.
by the ball.
And that is going to be an offensive foul. And that was a great job by Cole Bourne. Mark Perry a little upset with something going on there. Had a little something to say for Cole. Looks like we're going to get Cole a quick rest here. Get Tommy Casey in the game.
Tommy Casey getting in very early in this game.
Tommy Casey coming back from a rolled ankle injury.
That
About Tommy. Tommy's good underneath. He likes to bang a little bit.
He does. He does.
Offensive tackle and linebacker in football in the fall. We also got Marky Herman in the game, number 21.
A very flashy guard.
Marky has the ability to really get the team going with some great plays. He's very, very quick.
He has that natural spark ability.
It's a nice drop down by Wyatt Hathaway to the sophomore Tommy Casey, number 30.
Tommy Casey with the soft hands is able just to take that pass and lay it up. Brunswick has called a timeout.
Got a good crowd here today. I tell you what, something about the crowd. Good looking crowd here today. Saturday. Hey, it's either come to this game or go to the Big Beanhole Supper. So we did a good job. We got out here tonight, supporting the team. Maybe they'll have some leftover beans and hot dogs at the Beanhole Supper we can get to later on.
The student section has filled out quite well, but sadly their leader Camden Jordan is not over there as he has joined us on the commentary table.
I know, I like him over here. He's quiet over here. A great thing about Cam Jordan, he gets that student section going pretty well. Does a good job with that.
Someone over there has to fill the role.
Let's see, Camden. Who's your choice? You think, Cam, to get that student section going over there now? You think Luis is going to get it going?
Oh, Luis, he's more of a fan type player.
Yeah.
A one-person type player, and that player would be Josh Banks.
Yeah.
And I understand fully because he is a great player. But if I had to give it to one person, even though I'd hate to, it'd be Chloe Bellegarde. She has the most energy out of everyone else.
Oh, you think so? All right,
even
all right.
Though it is.
That is a very deep three. It's going to come up just short. Great rebound by Tommy Casey trying to set a screen, and Josiah says, shoot it.
Right on.
I tell you what, Tommy Casey
Takes one to the dome.
Took a basketball like a gunshot to the face. Tommy right now is trying to get his eyes to clear, because when you get hit in the nose, man, your eyes water.
No hocus pocus, just focus by number 1, Josiah Learned.
Okay, we get Noah Casey with a great move to get open there. Noah Casey, I'm sorry. It's not Noah Casey at all, is it? It's Noah Cox. Noah Casey, for those of you interested, is a senior at Leavitt High School, had him in class. And that's why that name came out. It wouldn't be a Buzz Media production without me saying the wrong name.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so it's 16-6 with 2 minutes and 5 seconds left to go in this first quarter.
The only players that have scored have been sophomores.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, and yeah, just sophomores.
Oh, Tommy Casey, get a lot of contact there. Comes up a little bit short. Looks like number 4 for Brunswick is going to get a free. Oh, nice drop down to Sharp. Number 4 with the assist, Aiden Mitchell, drops it off to Sharp. White Hathaway working on number 23 for Brunswick. Gets it out to the wing for Mark Herman. And Wyatt's going to take another 3. Comes up short. Got to get back here on D.
Oh, no.
A mental breakdown there from the Dragons.
If you heard that F-bomb, I apologize. One of the players a little frustrated with letting the ball go out of bounds there. My apologies. It was not Camden Jordan, which we're very proud of. That was Nerf Rosen bringing the ball up with a quick turnover, trying to get it over to Sharp. White Hathaway coming up. Marky Herman over on the wing, looking inside for big man Cole Morin. Cole Morin goes up with a right hook.
Ooh, strong board.
Thanks. Looks like they had a lot of arm on that. No call. It's going to come out to Mark Herman, who's good for 2.
Mark Herman with a knuckleball jump shot.
His first points of the game.
His first points. Very good.
Mark Herman with a very signature jump shot. Not a lot of rotation, but he does get it to fall quite frequently.
I also don't know if you'd call that a jump shot. I don't think he left the ground. Oh, my
Another
goodness.
monster block by Cole Morin.
Cole Morin with a giant block right there.
That is his 3rd block of the game.
3rd block of this first quarter for Cole Morin. Looks like Hunter Hayes, who got into the game, we didn't mention. The freshman.
Oren Shaw is in the game, too.
Oren Shaw. We like seeing Oren Shaw.
Another block by Cole Morin.
Cole Morin has got 4 blocks. It is a block party here tonight for Cole Morin.
Looks like the Dragons were invited to that block party tonight.
I think they were. Quick shot over here by Cox. It's going to be just a little bit long, and I tell you what, Cole Morin, another big rebound to lead the running.
Marky Herman.
A little strong off the glass there, Marky.
It was actually Josh who shot that. Marky had the beautiful assist.
Oh, my bad. Brunswick's trying to look for, I would say, a last shot here with 9 seconds to go. Okay, I tell you what, we had a little bump on the edge. Looks like it's going to be on, I'm sorry, number 12 maybe, Keegan Melanson? Yes, his first foul. And Cole Morin got another piece of that shot, so.
The Hornets' first foul, and the Dragons have 6 currently. A 10-point lead for the Hornets here, 18-8. And how many of those points does White Hathaway have, Camden?
Yes, 10 of those points with 2 boards. And 1 3.
I think Wyatt was one of the last kids to leave the locker room last night. He was not happy about what was going on. Just a lot of sitting and thinking. Not really hanging his head, just kind of sitting there, focused, thinking about what he's got to do.
A beautiful cross-court pass from Mark Herman.
Looks like it's going to be black ball. Mitchell's going to inbound here, trying to give it to Cox, but I think we're not going to allow that. I think we're going to let number 2. He hit the low-hanging air vent here that Leavitt's opponents have to deal with.
Those are always a problem for those full-court shots.
Gets in the way. It's got to be more of a flat shot here if you want to try to hit that. So what do we think? 18-8 that first quarter. It's a good quarter for the Hornets, but I tell you what, Mace, last night, 22-12 after 1. So I don't dare say anything positive here, and with the chance of possibly jinxing. something here for the Hornets.
Well, it does appear that on the offensive end, the rest of the players have kind of let Wyatt work a little bit, just doing their part. And on the defensive end, everyone has seemed to let Cole Moore and do some of the leadership on that end.
You know, it's funny, when I talked to the kids here before the game, a lot of the kids told me exactly what everybody was thinking about last night. Said, hey, we stopped playing a little bit of defense. We allowed them to have their way on the boards. So I tell you what, when the players notice that, without being told and coached, you'd hope that they would make those changes by themselves in that next game. I'm going to switch it over here. We're going to have Mason Woodbury do a little more play-by-play action here.
Here we see his number 4. Aiden Mitchell will bring it in to number 2. Two will drive. Inside to the big man. He will go up on Cole Morin. Cole Morin affects the shot, so it does not fall.
The player was completely out of bounds, came in, got position, and got that rebound right there after shooting it up.
Wyatt Hathaway will drive quickly. Goes baseline. Is stopped. Keegan Melanson to Josh Banks. Josh Banks. Wyatt looking to lead this Leavitt offense, as I said earlier. Almost out of bounds off the hands of Josiah Learned. He saves it. Cole Morin, the fundamental pass to Keegan Melanson. Keegan gets his own board, puts it up again. Cole Morin.
Tell you what, we had 3 offensive boards right there. Keegan Melanson dealing with the injury it appears that only boys can have, shall we say.
Yep.
Struggling a little bit. It's tough to make the trainer check that one out.
Yeah, that is always a difficult spot.
That's a difficult thing to deal with. Trying to get your wind back a little bit there.
The first one will rim out.
Looks like we're going to give Keegan a chance to get his wind back over on the bench there.
Tommy Casey steps in.
It's funny when you come off the floor with that type of injury. You get a lot of pats on the backs, but you always get a lot of snickers and laughs.
I don't know about that, but I do believe most players on that bench have had that injury at some point in their life.
I believe at some point they've dealt with an unfortunate injury.
A lower body injury, if you know what we're talking about.
We'll go with that. We'll go with the lower body.
Keeper PG here on Buzz Media. Wyatt Hathaway hesitating, looking as if he was going to pull up.
Right between the wickets.
Wyatt does pull in the mouth. Hits Cole in the face, but he does get the board. Cole is blocked. Cole just took one to the face with the ball there.
19-10 here with a minute and a half gone in the second quarter. Nice bank shot there
by Tony Sila.
Looks like Coach Ath maybe wants to slow it down and get a nice offensive set here.
They find Josiah Learned, who finds Cole on the old pick and pop. Number 4 will bring it up, Aiden Mitchell. Aiden looks to work on Josiah Learned. Into the corner. They get it to the big man, number 12. There was a foul before the shot went up. Did you happen to see who that foul was on?
I did not. I had my youngest son asking me a question.
It was on Thomas Casey, as the board says.
Okay, there you go, 30.
A quick skip pass. He will drive. 21 goes to work on Thomas.
I'll tell you what, Brunswick's doing a good job with that diagonal pass. That's how you beat the zone. Kind of little dribble penetration, attack the gaps, and look for that diagonal pass. Usually you have somebody on the block open.
Sam Sharp doing very well in the post right now. Josiah Learned will pull a Treyway.
Hornets go up by 8, 22-14 in the second quarter. 5.5 minutes left.
Now, Gray, how do you think that teams sort of come into this game knowing that the Hornets have all of these offensive threats, knowing that Wyatt and Josiah can pull from almost anywhere, and you got to deal with Cole down low?
Well, I tell you what I would do is I would change up a lot of the defenses. I would give them 3 or 4 defenses. I would go man. I would go a man-zone mix. And then I would just go straight zone, and I'm telling you, I'm probably going to mix it up a lot and throw a lot of different things at Josiah Learned and Wyatt Hathaway.
in hopes of sort of simmering down the hot player.
Yeah, and the other thing is you have got to crash the boards. If you can rebound against us, you're going to slow us down. We like to run. We get a lot of kids that can get up and down the floor pretty quickly.
Wyatt Hathaway doing very good in those 3-on-2 situations, knowing who's open, when to score, when to kick, when to slow things down.
Wyatt plays a lot of basketball. He's very active in the AAU world in the spring. Plays a lot of big games down in New York.
He does get personal training in the off-season from Ben Tier.
Ben Tier, yeah. Ben Tier does a great job for us. A little plug for Ben. My kids have been to a couple of his workouts. He does a great job. Ben's a new father, too, I see on social media. So congrats to Ben. I know it's a little late. I think it happened maybe last summer. But him and his wife, new parents. Wyatt Hathaway, deep shot. It's going to be strong. We got both Cole Melanson and Tommy Casey battling for it underneath. And we have got a foul on 33. And I tell you what, 33 does not like it and has to be restrained by Sam Sharp. Looks like maybe 33 is going to get a sub here. Or maybe he's just going to get, oh, no, he is. Oh, he's just going to get talked to by Coach
Todd Hansen.
Coach Hansen, say, hey, boss, listen up. Got to simmer down a little bit. You're doing a good job, but can't be talking back to the officials like that. Good quick tee.
Cole Morin does not sink the first one.
I'd be interested to see Mace how it works out late in the game. You know, playing back-to-back games, those legs get a little heavy sometimes in the fourth quarter. So we'll see how that goes. See if Coach Hathaway's thought about that with the substitutions. He's played a lot of kids already today in the first half.
Thomas, Markey, Oren have all stepped in quite early.
Yeah, we've had Hunter. There's 4 kids on the bench right now that have seen legitimate time. There's foul by Cole Morin.
Going for his 5th block. Did not work out.
No, it did not, Cammy J.
Tell you what, they're gambling a little bit here. Brunswick's gambling a little bit. Number 33, Mitchell. He's got 3 fouls here. They're keeping him in the game. He's at the foul line right now.
A very beautiful free throw from that young man.
Looks like they have the first foul on Cole. I thought he had 2, but clearly I was wrong.
As
doesn't happen very often.
Oren Shaw steps out of bounds. I think maybe he thought it went through the hoop.
Cox out here in the corner trying to get active.
Cox puts it up right-handed. Wyatt Hathaway looking towards the bench as the Hornets will call a timeout.
Coach Ass talking to Coach Ricker about, Coach Ricker.
Coach Hansen?
Terry Ricker
about
a possible travel call. Terry says, no, Mike, that was clean. So we get a quick timeout here by Coach Hathaway. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout.
Ooh.
Tell you what, we've got 2 officials here on the floor tonight that have reffed a lot of basketball games. You get the former AD, Jeff Benson, been the AD of both Oxford Hills and EL, finished his career at EL, started and finished his career at EL.
It actually appears that Mr. Davis is watching right now.
Mr. Davis is watching. Hey, we get 17 fans watching, and as always, we'd love to see you guys in the chat. Chats there. Give us some heads up. Tell us what you want to see.
Yeah, Cammy J is actually going to be our question guy tonight. So if you have any questions that you just are dying to ask Mr. Camden Jordan, please comment them right now.
Yeah, give us a shout out on that chat.
Anything you want to hear commentary talk about? We love listening to the fans. Cole Morin with the dime to Mark Herman. Usually it's Mark distributing those dimes, but the passing big man gets her done. Marky Herman actually very active vocally on the defensive end right now. The score is 24-21 Hornet lead. Josiah Learned looks to work.
So this is a little bit of a repeat from last night. We're not having a great second quarter so far. Brunswick definitely.
Mark Herman to Oren Shaw for the fadeaway.
That helps a little bit, but I believe it was 18-8 after the first Quarter is 21-26 here.
Oren Shaw, just a beautiful jump shot on that young man. As he is a, I'm not going to say he's a small big, but
he works hard.
He works very hard.
I would give Oren Shaw probably about 6 foot even.
Yeah, I do not mean to discredit that man, but he looks to work on different aspects of his game other than just traditional post moves.
Cole Morin saying, hey folks, I'm still here. I'm working my tail off on the defensive end, but I can shoot too.
Mark Herman steps up.
Cox a little up and under. Morin's going to kick it out
to Josiah Learned. Josiah drives baseline. Tipped out by number 2, Tony Sia, the senior.
Hunter Hayes is going to check in for Orenshaw.
The crowd showing Orenshaw some love.
Well, I tell you what, they like kids that come in here and just kind of work hard. And Oren's one of those kids.
Josiah with the spin move.
Kind of dangerous. Get knocked down on his chest there, and
that is never a good position. But Orenshaw, a very friendly face here at Leavitt.
Well, you know, he's kind of the son of a legend. You know, the principal in the building here.
Dare we say Eben Shaw?
Eben Shaw, the man, the myth, the legend.
Josiah Learned will put up the second one. No good. Rebound number 4, Aiden Mitchell.
Ooh, little hot.
A miscommunication there from Mitchell to Cox.
I think we get some of the fans involved on that pass. I mean, their defense, Brett Coburn was open.
Hunter Hayes. Hunter Hayes fakes right, quickly goes left, and puts it up with the left hand.
Tell you what,
beautiful.
That's a give and go. If there are any young kids out there watching that play, I tell you what, the give and go, I think that was invented in maybe 1903, and it still works in just pretty much every single level of basketball. I saw Zion Williamson. I'm sorry. No, I was talking about his cousin, Zion Williams. He plays at BYU. No, I'm joking. It's Williamson, Zion Williamson.
I can tell.
God, there's crickets here. God, tough crowd tonight. And Zion Williamson, bunch of give and goes last night for Duke. It reminds me a lot of me when I used to play. Looks like we got a question here on the big game tomorrow. I'm sorry, is there a game tomorrow?
I don't know. You think so, Cammy J?
I don't know if there is a game tomorrow.
Anything come to mind? I don't know.
I don't know. Is there? What is the game tomorrow?
I thought we were talking about basketball.
High school can't play on Sundays. It's the day of the Lord. But what? Is there a game tomorrow? Oh, Mr. LaRoche, we have our AD sitting here next to us. Mr. LaRoche, is there a game tomorrow? Oh, kickoff, soccer game. See, I'm not in the soccer world, so I'm not sure.
Maybe some Barcelona?
Barcelona.
Real Madrid, maybe? Watch some Messi?
You have already said two soccer teams that I'm not even aware of.
You know, I think I've started to realize what they're talking about. Maybe it's that little known thing, the Super. Is it the Super Bowl? Is it the? Are they referring to the Super Bowl?
Oh my goodness, is that tomorrow?
Oh, forgot about that one.
I think it's the New England Patriots against the offensive foul. And I tell you, Brunswick not happy about that. Their players muttering a lot here. Coach Hansen also not happy with it. Good play here by
White
the youngster.
Hathaway and Hunter Hayes is sharing a little slapping some hands under the rim.
But in all seriousness, tomorrow, I don't know what I'm going to say about this game because I will tell you what's going to happen in the room where I'm watching it. I'm probably going to lose about 3 years worth of my lifetime because I'm going to get way too excited for a slightly overweight 40-year-old man.
Like you.
Like myself. And I am going to live and die with every single snap of the game. And as any Pats fan will tell you, It's going to come down to probably the last 2 minutes of the game. And it's going to absolutely kill me. And the funny thing about this, nice up and under there by Sharp. The funny thing about this, Mason, is the fact that, and Cam, the game really does not affect my life in any way at all. Nothing.
But we might need to have EMTs on site to...
I think I'm going to take the defibrillator from this area and bring it with me.
Yeah, just in case your little heart can't take it.
Oof.
8 seconds left. Hathaway will pull.
Oh, a push in the back here by Hunter Hayes. 4.9 left. They're not in the bonus, so they're just going to get the ball down on the baseline.
With about 4.9 seconds left.
Not a horrible foul. When you get subs here with 4.9.
Looks like Keys will come in.
And I think we're going to get Colborne out of the game. Just give him a little extra time. Make sure you stay tuned to halftime. We're going to have the halftime shooting game thingy that we do every home game, of course, with the youngsters.
AJ Terrell stepping in for the last 5 seconds.
All right, guys.
I guess we say our goodbyes.
I'll be back in about 3 or 4 minutes, but we're going to try to get this shooting contest going.
Huh? Yeah.
So,
Yeah, it's live. Someone say anything stupid.
it appears that I'm the only one left on commentary. All alone. Kind of get to do my own thing, you know. Guy around here. Kind of a big deal.
Are you still going?
Been out of here. Oh, Cammy J's going to join us again. What's up, Cammy J?
Nothing much.
So you've been a little bit quiet, but do you look to, you know, kind of speed things up?
I don't know. I'm kind of ashamed of Colborne's performance so far because the stat he told me was he only got to play 8 minutes of the game against these guys last time because he fouled out. But somehow he recorded 16 points. But he only has 3 today.
Shooting game thingy. Hosted by yours truly.
So Mr. Gray announcing our little game so far.
Let's hear it if you think the Rams are going to win tomorrow.
Wow. That's disrespectful.
Gray asking the crowd.
Are gonna take it tomorrow.
The crowd loving that one.
I like it. I like it. All right, first contestant. Ticket number 568155. 568155.
Once again, it is a small child.
And for those of us watching at home, what's your name?
Landon.
Landon what?
Markey. Markey.
Landon Markey. How you doing, son? What grade are you in? 3rd grade? Hut Mike. 3rd grade, all right. Are we ready for this? Have you been practicing at home? All right, you got this. Well, I won 5. That's awesome. I like that, but I'll take the ticket too. Are you cheating? I cheat to win if you're gonna cheat. Here we go. Wait. It's too quiet in here. It's Saturday night. We need to get it going in here. Let's give Oh, just short.
Misses the first.
Ready? Gotta make this one, brother. Here we go. Let's go, guys. Oh, good try. All right. Let's see who else we got up here.
I'm trying to get him to ask some questions. Hey, yeah, say please ask some questions or something like that.
As we can
568 153. 568 153. Let's go, bro. Yes, no? Oh, here we go. Let's go. What's your name? Colin what?
Yeah, something like that. Just get him.
German. Interesting.
What grade are you in?
4.
Can you spell that name?
SCHLOBOH.
That's very good. It would have honestly taken me until at least the 7th grade to learn how to spell that name.
And he is not
All right,
lying.
we ready to go cheat
No,
for the
he is
basketball?
not.
Very uneducated man.
Who's your coach?
Coach
Something that kind of shocks me is back in Coach Gray's day, he said he was a beanpole, not very big.
Oh, he's very chunky now. A lot of bad life choices in college, I would assume.
All right, everything Coach Hathaway has taught you about shooting, don't pay attention to
So
it right
he's
now.
actually your positions coach on the football field. So you spend a lot of time with that man.
Yes.
Does he scare you as much as he used to?
So
No,
close. All right,
not at
thanks,
all.
boss. We'll see
No?
you.
He's just a very ugly, fat, old man. Doesn't get enough respect as he deserves, though. But I feel like as soon as I graduate, I could take his job if I wanted to, and I might do that.
That's
just to
your
help
plan?
the kids out.
Put him out of business?
Yep.
You live right now?
I do believe that he actually won an assistance coach award a few years ago.
He did. He's very caring on and off the field. Much respect to him.
He's a family man, as he has 2 kids.
Are you guys live?
Yep.
Yep. Ashton and I don't actually know the name of the other one, but a very loving husband.
It's messed up,
Very
man.
involved in the community. Five minutes left until we get underway. And tonight we actually have Tiger Hopkins running our camera. Tiger, who has actually joined us for a few Buzz Media games. He has chosen to kind of take a secondary role as the cameraman, but show him some love. And someone who I feel like doesn't get a lot of love on this channel is Daniel Schaffelli, our executive producer. Yesterday, when we actually went black, Daniel was able to fix that as quick as possible.
MVP.
MVP right there. That is true, Cami J. So, Cami J, what's the word around town? Can you dunk?
Here's the thing. I retired during my freshman year, but never stopped playing. Always had that love of the game, and with that came bounce. And now, I can do more than just dunk.
You fly.
Fly.
They call you Air Jordan.
Oh yes, I feel like Cole Morin, even though we haven't seen it all season, he also can dunk, but I would definitely beat him in a dunking contest because he was just too weak and small, and he can't get up there as powerful as me.
Few players on the Hornets can actually dunk.
You are one of them?
I am. It's glad to hear
Saw
that.
you in warm-ups.
Well, cough 4 times. No, actually, no, that's actually against the rules, so I would never. 4 times. You can find my Instagram at @TheRealMWoods. I also have a TikTok of the same name. Josiah Learned actually disagrees with me on that. He says I am actually unathletic and cannot dunk.
Coming from a man who cannot slam it down.
Indeed, indeed. But Josiah Learned does got hops on him.
I have seen that, yes.
He's about 6 foot, 6'1", I'd say.
Hair gives him a little extra.
Yep. Just very explosive. But Josiah, he is a kind of a sharpshooter slasher.
Trash talker too, I heard.
Oh, yeah, that's what you heard?
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Cole Morin practicing his free throws.
He only made 1 out of 4, which is unlikely of him, because I know they practice that for about 30 minutes every day.
Huh. Everyone looking to get warmed up. Keegs looking to take some shots from the corner.
Sweet spot.
How we doing, gang?
And Christopher Gray is back. He's joined us.
Had a little connectivity problem in the old snack shack. You got to take care of the snack shack, ladies.
I do believe
cuties.
your wife is in the snack shack currently.
And it's more importantly, you got to take care of your wife, especially when she's working in the snack shack.
Yeah,
So
we
you-
were actually talking about that as we were saying you were quite the family man.
I mean, I have 3 or 4 families. Not that. Don't tell anyone.
That's a lie. You could only get one girl in your whole entire
That's
life.
actually very, very true. Very, very true.
So what's the
Very,
joke
very
I heard? People usually say your wife settled.
My wife definitely settled. She
Yeah.
makes way too much money, and she's way too attractive for somebody to be married to somebody that looks and acts like me. And I think it's. I mean, pretty much everybody knows that. Like, they look at her and go, "Oh," you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but
it's like when you adopt the ugliest puppy at the pound. You know what I mean?
It's still yours, though.
It's a little bit like that. Yeah, but you know that puppy's still gonna love you. You know what I mean? Well, I'm like that. You know, I'm nothing to look at, and I'm not that smart, and I'm not very athletic.
But you were able to
smell bad. But
a positive was you were able to produce two very, very young, beautiful children. Which may lead some people to believe that they're not actually yours. But
I mean, hey, whatever. And it's creepy that you called them young and beautiful. I'm just going on a limb and
well,
say
I
that.
am actually teammates with one of them, and I didn't remember the younger one's name.
So you had to come up with something.
Well,
yes.
Yeah.
Shout out to my boys Ashton and Braden.
Braden, that's
both had games today. Played at Monmouth Middle School for Braden. We got absolutely smoked, spanked, beaten to a pulp.
That's never good. That's never good.
And then Ashton in this JV game and also on the bench here for the varsity, I would say that the JV game also went pretty much like that, wouldn't you, Mace? I mean, you were part of that game.
I was.
We'll just say that it didn't go well. We'll just say that.
Yeah,
probably
leave it at that.
You know, without going into a lot of detail.
We were actually, me and Cammy J were actually talking about our dunking skills. Cammy said not only he can dunk, he flies. Camden Jordan does not simply dunk.
He can fly.
He flies.
All right, well, there we go.
And I can actually dunk myself. Is that true, Mr. Gray?
That is not true. I've never seen that.
Never?
Never.
Never?
I don't know if we're talking about a regulation size hoop or not, but I guess we should probably tell everybody the score. You probably did so at halftime.
30-25, we are winning.
30-25, we're up 5. I'm having a hard time looking right here. Mr. Ricker is right in my line of vision. I think for next year we should work on getting a booth way up tall, way up high. So
I don't know if that's in the budget, but we will.
A skybox, if you will.
We'll look into it.
We'll have to ask Mr. Shaw. He's over standing up by the student section there. We got Josh Banks at the line here. Quick foul on number 24, Noah Cox. Josh Banks up and in.
His first point of the game.
First point of the game, which I tell you what, Josh usually does not score up in the 20s, but I will tell you that he's a pretty consistent scorer. Comes up with some big hoops.
Cole Morin with the big board.
I'll tell you what, Cole Morin's here to play tonight, folks.
It's his 12th board of the night.
12 boards.
He actually averages 12 boards.
Has he got more boards than points right now, Cam?
Yes, he only has 5 points, which is unlike him.
But once again, Cole Morin has looked to kind of get things going on the old defensive end.
Oh, it's been a block party. Nice dish here.
Comes up just a bit short, but who was it? It was the great Phil Jackson who said defense wins championships.
I'm not sure if that's true.
It is Phil Jackson, the coach of the Bulls, who later coached the greatest team of all time, the 01 Lakers.
Wow. Wow. Because of the fact that I am looked at as a responsible adult in this community, I will not say what I truly want to say about the Lakers and the fact that you like the Lakers.
I'm sure we can coexist on the table. Cammy J, what is the favorite team on your part?
Are you a Celtics or Lakers? If you had to pick one, Cam.
Well, I've been hearing a lot of talk about how the Celtics are very unloyal, and that's something I do not appreciate.
Do not appreciate unloyalty. Well, you know, I think every team's a little unloyal in the NBA.
As Anthony Davis said he did not want to play there.
That was actually Anthony Davis's father, and Anthony Davis said that he would play there, but it would only be as a rental option where he would finish this season.
Do you think that's just a trick to go to the Lakers now?
I think Anthony Davis will be playing with the Lakers.
Like, even if he did go to Boston later, he's trying to look to get out now because he knows he's not going to the Celtics.
Wyatt Hathaway rattles home a 3.
It's his 13th point of the night.
13 points, says Cammy J. Oh, I'm going to say that is going to be on Banks, but it was both Banks and Morin there. Oh, they're going to give it to Cole Morin. I think that's only Cole's second foul, so I think we're in good shape there.
We are leading 38-29.
Cam, sounds like you're dealing with that that crap that everybody else is dealing with, that bad cold, cough.
Well, actually.
It's good stuff, huh, buddy?
No.
Sharp goes up and in.
It was also from screaming last night in the horrific loss.
It was a tough one, wasn't
Getting angry because there's no team chemistry.
It was a tough game to watch last night, I'm not going to lie.
Wyatt Hathaway pulls, no good.
I'd say that might have been a little bit of a force by Wyatt, but he's just trying to get to the rim and create. And we're going to get a quick foul here on Melanson. A little bit of a hack, and I believe they're going to give him 2 shots here. So we've got Mitchell at the line here. Finn Mitchell, I believe, is that name. The senior forward. And he's up and in. Makes it a 7-point game here with 5 minutes and 17 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And he's good on the second attempt.
His 11th point of the game.
Finn Mitchell's got 11 points. Who's the high scorer for Brunswick right now, Cam?
I believe it is Sharp. He's really giving the Hornets a run for their money. He has 13.
Sharp's playing tough. Him and Morin are going head-to-head. Nice little dish.
Good dish.
Great block by Finn Mitchell. Great dish, better block. Wyatt Hathaway goes down to the ground trying to go for a loose ball. And they're going to kick out to Sharp. And he's going to bury it.
15 points.
Sharp trying to get his team rallied here.
Wyatt Hathaway just out there diving for loose balls. Possibly all the time that he spent thinking last night, he thought of all the things he could do right, and he has put that in his game here tonight. Keegan Melanson goes, looks for contact. Ooh, number 21. It did not land out of bounds before he actually went to go pick it up to give it to the ref.
Oh, Sharp. Mental error there? Didn't see that. I was looking at Finn Mitchell. Finn Mitchell had his hands on his head saying, oh my, what's happening? And I guess that would be why he was doing that. I thought he was upset about a call.
Wyatt Josiah Learned, the cutter.
A couple turnovers here by the Leavitt Hornets. We got to clean this up here. Trying to make a little bit of run here, Brunswick.
As the score creeping ever so closer as it is 38-34.
Big board by Banks. Wyatt Hathaway is going to push it up the sideline here.
Oh.
It's going to be off of Hathaway.
Wyatt doing too much.
The Brunswick fans loving that one.
That was a good play. It's a good play. Coach Hathaway doesn't like it. From my angle, which it was right almost in our laps here, it looks like he just tipped it and went off Wyatt's knee. I think it was probably the right call.
Things starting to heat up here. A spin move from number 24.
Looks
Noah
like
Cox.
It's 38-36 here. Brunswick's making a charge.
There's Noah Cox, 12th point of the night.
So we've got some even scoring, I would say, across the board for Brunswick. Mitchell, Cox, and Sharp. Good hoop there. Puts us back up by 4. Trying to get it over here, 33 to Mitchell. Back out to the point guard, 2. All the way over to Cox, who's going to try the 3-ball, and it's just long, but a nice rebound by Mitchell, and no good.
Owl.
Looks like he's going to get to the line. Tell you what, a lot of leadership out of here, out of the Sharp kid here, number 20. I'm on 21 for Brunswick. I'm impressed by that. Doing a real good job trying to get his teammates settled in and keeping their eye on the prize here, as you would say.
But this score is just creeping closer and closer. I am sure Michael Hathaway, the older of the Michael Hathaways, the coach of the Hornets, does not like that.
We've got Sadie Veloso says, Mason, she has seen you dunk.
Indeed. She was actually in my Get Fit class the first semester, and she's actually a returning fan here on the Buzz Media streams.
Love having Sadie come back and support us here. And I also have a lot of Boo Lakers posts here, or maybe one. I like to say a lot.
I'm very accustomed to that. It's very hard to find Laker merch here.
Wyatt Hathaway goes strong to the bench, strong to the bucket. He's going to get fouled. He'll be on the line. 40-37 with 2 minutes and 53 seconds left to go in the quarter. Hornets have 3 team fouls, and Brunswick has 2. That looks like they're going to check in Kilfoyle again for the Hornets. I mean, I'm sorry, for the Dragons.
Really wish the fan section had more energy.
Cam, I'm going to say I think they're missing you over there, buddy. You may be too valuable to the fan section, or you're going to have to coach somebody up.
I get on them about that. If they're not chanting, I let them hear about it. I don't like it. We need team spirit.
Looks like it's going to stay here. Looks like it goes off Sharp's
So,
leg.
Camden, you are actually a very passionate piece on the football team.
Yes, indeed.
Where does that fire come from? Is it just maybe some of your anger problems? You just love to let it all out. Thomas Casey does not give up. Gets the board.
My understanding is that Cammy J on the field is actually fairly quiet on the field. It is a block party for Brunswick. Cox back-to-back blocks.
I guess Brunswick has gone to Staples, printed out some invitations, and sent them to the Hornets for the block party.
And I tell you what, and a little shove by Sharp. Sharp and Cox.
He does not realize that he is small.
Sharp and Morin bumping him back and forth there on the way down the floor. Nice kick over here to Hunter Hayes by Keegan Melanson.
They find Wyatt.
Wyatt Hathaway trying to take baseline, looking for a dish. He's going to give it to Morin. Morin had it slapped away. Belanger's bringing it up the floor. Vasilia over to Cox. Back over to Sharp in the corner. Oh, a little bit of a shove to the chest there. Don't let that go. I don't think it affected anything.
Quite chippy here. Do you think the Dragons are looking to, in a sense, punk the Hornets? As a lot of teams have attempted.
I think these two teams in all sport. Ooh, Sharp, good hustle out of bounds. Ran into some volleyball standards over there. I think he's all right, bouncing back. Sharp, I think you'll find the Sharp kid's a tough kid. Sharp is going to come out of the game. They're getting him a little bit of a blow. He's spent a lot of time on the floor. I think, Mace, you'll find that, and I think Camden will agree with me, these guys have played each other in every sport since about the 3rd grade. And I bet they're pretty familiar with each other.
Always an intense game.
Always a very intense game.
Things not looking to fall for the Hornets here, as Hathaway misses another tray.
Kilfoyle down in the corner, getting tripped up a little bit. I don't know if by his own feet or somebody from Leavitt. Silly out front. Kicked back out to 12. Now over to Cox. 12 is Cam Dunton. Cox is going to spin, go up with the right hand. It's going to be off the mark. Cole Morin with the rebound. Wyatt Hathaway is going to bring it up the floor.
Big board. Wyatt will pull baseline. No good.
Ooh, he ripped it away.
Strips it. The quick hands by Wyatt Hathaway.
Silly is going to bring the ball up the floor. Looking to slow it down here for Brunswick and get an offensive set.
Yeah, up 41-37 with about 15 left. 15 seconds left in this 3rd quarter.
Looks like we're going to get a foul call on Hunter Hayes and Kilfoyle. I'm not sure who called that, if it was Coach Hansen or the official. Coach Hansen was right in the ear of that official. I agree with the call. I think it was a good call.
The fab freshman Headband Hunter getting his second.
Just a little bump and grind out there on the corner, you know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
What do you guys think? Should you listeners at home, you think I should follow every comment I say with, you know what I'm saying? Shot is wide, know what I'm saying?
This looking like it's going to be, it might come into the barn burner territory, as we are very, very close.
Oh, we had Mike Pratt said something about the cameraman must have gotten a little sidetracked there. You get a little sidetracked back there, cameraman. We've gotten a comment about, El Tigre Hopkins back there. Maybe get a little sidetracked. He
Now,
a little red face there on that. So, Mr. Pratt, we took care of that. I'll beat him accordingly in the parking lot after the game.
Had a little one too many during the game.
Not appropriate. Moving on. All right, here we go.
Here we go. Now, coming into this...
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but I've just got a invitation to play some laser tag later on tonight. From Noah Carpenter.
You are a...
I think Noah is nationally ranked, I believe, in laser tag.
I do believe you are a middle-aged male. I don't know how the people working there are going to take to you running around in a...
I've got my own vest and gun.
But it is also 2019, Mason. You have to consider that.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I just want to play some laser tag. All right, here we go. We're back at it here. Starting off this fourth quarter. Hornets got a 4-point lead. Kilfoyle's going to give it over to Cilia. Cilia over here to Dunton. I'm sorry, Belanger. Belanger, my correction, sorry. Kilfoyle looking to get it up top here. Back over to Belanger. Belanger's going to give it up to Cox. Cox going to take his time and try to break down the freshman. And he's going to be a little strong with a one-handed floater. Looks like it's going to stay Brunswick. Looks like it's going to be off both Banks and Morin, know what I'm saying? Cox with the up and under. Going to finish off the glass. Makes it a 2-point game here.
The Hornets looking to struggle with stopping the Dragons from driving.
Josiah is off mark. Ball goes off the rim and up and over the backboard. Cox is going to inbound here to Cilia. Sharp is going to come back in the game, and so isn't Finn Mitchell. Cox going to inbound to Cilia, number 2. Tiger has gotten a reprieve from the fan section here. And it's out. We're going to get a foul. Going to get a foul on the Hornets here. It's going to put Mitchell to the line.
Once again, the Hornets fouls are just piling up, as in the first, I do believe it was it 4-9?
Yeah, looks like Hornets, you don't wonder if the fouls are, and Mitchell's a little long with that one. Looks like maybe the fouls, I wonder if their legs are playing a little bit of a role in that after coming off a game last night. Those legs are feeling a little heavy. Maybe start cheating a little bit with the hands in the chest. And Mitchell goes 0 for 2 for the line. We'll see if those turn out to be big. Hathaway's going to try to get to the line. He's going to draw a foul on Cilia. Looks like we're going to go to the line for 2. Tiger has gotten a bit of a reprieve here from Mike Pratt. So I evidently will not be beating up Tiger, El Tigre, in a parking lot afterwards. So we'll have to call off the dogs here.
Now I don't know if you could beat up Tiger, because Tiger is quite the hefty fella. Would you say so, Kami J?
I would. That's probably why he's not that athletic.
Oh.
Had a Rennie kid just ask me if I am going to laser tag later on. Well, hey.
That is why it's 16th point of the night.
Tiger Hopkins actually kind of looks like Luka Doncic.
Yes, Luka Doncic for the Dallas Mavs.
And he does actually play like him.
Who just picked up Porzingis, picked up the unicorn.
That was a very bold move by the Knicks, trying to create that
well, I think they're
2
trying to
max player spots.
Exactly.
Now they're just assuming that's where Durant's going to go.
Tell you what, there's a lot to be said. If you could make the Knicks good, it's good for the NBA. But I think we're a couple stages away from the NBA, so maybe we should get back to this. Let's tilt here. 43-39 with 6.5 to go. Kicked it out to Banks. Morin over here in the corner, looking for Hayes. Hayes tall with the ball. Give it to Josiah Learned. Learned's going to try to get to the rack.
Oh.
He's going to end up kicking it outside. It's going to be turned over.
Chased down by Joshua Banks.
Kilfoyle, top of the key, kicks it over to Mitchell for the 3-ball. Long and onto the top of the backboard. I think there's extra air in the ball maybe tonight. We've had four shots go over the backboard tonight.
Quite interesting.
Maybe overinflation, or maybe there's helium in the ball. I'll have to look into that later. How would you check, Mason, to see if there's helium in the ball?
I
mean, would you just try to
Well,
suck the helium out. Nice shot by Josh Banks.
We might not want to talk about deflating balls, as we do live in New England, and we're leaving ourselves a little bit vulnerable for a little bit of jokes.
Ooh, Colmoran goes up to try to get a big swat, and he's going to get a foul on Finn Mitchell. It's going to be Colmoran's third foul.
As Cammy J said earlier, Colmoran fouled out of the last game. So, Cammy, do you think that they'll look to kind of slow down Cole a little bit?
Yes, it looks like they already have, because he only has 5 points. Not a strong showing, but also he has about 14 rebounds.
14 rebounds, pretty good showing on the glass.
14, but 12 of those came in the first, so he has had about 2 in the last few minutes. I'm sure he will turn that around quickly as his veteran experience.
Finn Mitchell misses the second part of the 2-point penalty, 2-shot penalty.
Number 2, Tony Sia, meeting Wyatt Hathaway pretty much at half court.
I think Brunswick's going to try to take Hathaway out of this game.
Inside.
Oh, Cole gets blocked.
Tell you what, Cole Moran plays a massive amount of minutes, and I wonder if that is having some effect on him late in this game. Back-to-back games. Not that he's playing poorly. I think he's working his tail off. I think he's really busting his behind here. It's not for lack of effort. Oh, goodness. Looks like Josh Banks has tripped up. The officials are going to say it was inadvertent, so there's no call there. So we are going to have Brunswick ball. Kilfoyle going to inbound it to Celia.
Cole Moran, another one of those players who plays a lot of AAU basketball. He actually quit his baseball team to play some more AAU.
Finn Mitchell to the rack. It's going to make it a 1-point game here, folks, with 4 minutes, 43 seconds left to go in the contest. Wyatt Hathaway getting fouled out top by Celia. It's going to give the Dragons only 4 team fouls. So it is not going to be a 1-on-1. It's going to be over on the side. Wyatt, wishful thinking going to the foul line.
45-44 Leavitt.
Josh Banks finds Keegan Melanson. Keegan finds Cole. Cole takes one quick dribble.
Wyatt and Celia have got a little bit of a battle going here. I like it.
It's always good to...
Good, strong basketball. They're going to call Celia with a reach-in foul. He doesn't like that call. I tell you what, right up until that point, it was really good defense. I'm sure Celia would argue that he thought he had all ball.
Celia is actually a couple inches shorter than Wyatt, something Wyatt may not be accustomed to, having a smaller matchup.
They're going to say this is an out of bounds and not a shooting penalty, or a shooting foul. And Sharp just gives Wyatt Hathaway a little bit of a bump. So there's a little bit of that probably past history.
Well,
Sharp saying, hey, listen, I'm not going to let you just run around here like you own the place.
Wyatt Hathaway is usually the direct target of some of this chippy play.
Now, Wyatt's an emotional player, and he can rub some people the wrong way. I've known Wyatt literally since birth. He's a good boy, but he's a little excitable when he plays.
Yeah. Wyatt actually another friendly face here at Leavitt. He's actually part of the Big Brother program.
Yeah, a lot of these people may be interested to hear that that's going to be a jump ball. A lot of these people will be interested to hear. A lot of these varsity players for the Leavitt Hornets take part in a Big Brother program. Go down to the elementary school I think it's every Wednesday, and spend some time with some kids that might be struggling. It's a great part of the program here, something that makes kids understand, that makes them appreciate what they have a little more, I think.
Yeah, some kids just need that positive role model in their life that may be provided by one of these varsity players.
You know, it's funny. It's funny in this town. Small communities all over the country. Wyatt Hathaway 3-ball puts him up by 4 with 3.5 minutes to go.
That is his 18th point of the night. 18th
point. We're going to take a timeout. Coach Hanson's going to take a quick timeout. Going to take a full timeout.
Wyatt with the hot sauce.
You know, one thing that's it's fun to see in small towns all over America is if communities really support their high school sports, those high school kids to the younger kids are kind of celebrities. It's kind of a big deal, and I tell you, that's a cool part about being an athlete that has a positive effect on their community, and that doesn't just happen here at Leavitt, folks. It happens all over the country, but it's kind of a cool thing to see where, we see it a lot in football here, and now that the basketball program is starting to make a little bit of hay here.
Thanks to me.
See a lot of kids coming up to high school kids after games asking for a high five, maybe a picture. It's a cool thing to see.
The fan favorite on here, I would say, has to be number 2, Cole Morin. The kids just love Cole.
Cole Morin, big kid, plays hard, catches a lot of passes in the football season, along with his twin tower buddy Cam Jordan, who's sitting here with us. Makes some big plays in basketball, makes some big plays in football. His mom is a teacher down at the elementary school, so he's been around for a long time, as have most of these kids that are juniors here.
Cole's mom is actually quite tall, so I'm sure that went into the genetic mixing pot that made him the giant he is today.
Whenever I'm talking to Pam Moore and I like to stand on a stool,
that might not even be enough for you.
I don't think it is. I'm a short, pudgy redhead, as we've already stated.
Cole Morin choosing to stay grounded there, hoping he's not going to pick up his 5th.
Doesn't want to pick up his 5th and be out of this game with 3 minutes to go. It'll hurt to have our big kid out.
Leavitt leading 48-46.
Keegan Melanson catches.
Keegan's going to get fouled, take him to the foul line. 48-46. Let's see if we can get some more points here. Josh County saying hi. Hey, Josh County, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, Josh?
Josh is on the sideline a lot for the football games, the son of the legendary Bill County. Bill County coached all over the state, but most notably here at Leavitt in the late 90s, has 2 gold balls to his effort, and then finished out his head coaching career at Lewiston High School, where he was very successful.
And Mike Pratt saying the Hornets are very well-rounded young men. I do believe that is a it's not necessarily something that Hathaway has forced them to be, but he's sort of pushed them towards that role of being respectable young men.
Up and in by Finn Mitchell. I think any high school coach, Mace, would tell you that their goal is to, one, make sure that the kids that they coach are good men, and 2, win a lot of games. I think that would be any high school coach in the country, to be honest with you. I don't think it's just here. Oh, big block by Cox.
Cole will chase him down.
Great defensive play by Keegan Melanson.
Cole very close to picking up that 5th right there.
Cole knew what he was doing, I think, there. I think he wanted to make Cox believe that he was going to go up hard and swat that thing. Cox is a smart player. I think he was looking maybe for an up fake and get more in his 5th foul.
Cole would have definitely cleaned that one right off the glass had he had less fouls.
Cilia trying to go in deep, kicks it to 33 Mitchell. Mitchell's going to spin, try to get his own rebound. Sharp right there, and Banks. It's one of those big plays by Banks that we talk about.
Right, Hathaway, as Josh Banks and Cole Morin run over to pick him up.
Brunswick kids complaining like always.
Brunswick does not like that call. The fans are letting them have it. I honestly did not see it, but hey, it was called a foul, so it's a foul. And nothing you can do about that. So we'll see Wyatt Hathaway if he can extend this 1-point lead.
Josh County actually wondering how is Hunter doing in the game, Cam?
Hunter has 2 points and 1 rebound.
2 points, 1 rebound. He hasn't got a lot of minutes here in the second half, but he played quite a bit in the first half.
Yeah. That is Wyatt's 20th point of the night, leading both teams, I believe.
Kilfoyle bringing the ball up against Josiah Lerner. Going to kick it out to Cilia. Hathaway's going to give Cilia some room. Sharp out on the foul line extended. No, back over to Cilia.
Finally, the student section getting a little bit hyped up.
And Mitchell's going to take a 3 ball. It's going to be long.
Great board
Sharp
by Keegan
comes in with a
Melanson.
big hack. Sorry, Camden, stepped on your toes there.
Melanson extends the arm, gets it going.
And they have got a foul on Wyatt Hathaway. Minute 15 left to go. We're getting down here to crunch time, guys. 51-48. And Wyatt Hathaway has decided, hey, I'm going to go to the rack. It's either going to be a layup or it's going to be a foul. I'm going to try to take this game over.
It looked like Wyatt actually took off from the free throw line and actually ended up landing on the baseline.
One of the few players with hops on this team.
Oh, hey, we got a delivery of pizza going by. Hathaway misses the first.
Once
No, he
again.
made it.
I'm sorry, made it. Made them both. I'm trying to take
22.
points away from you, Wyatt. Sorry, buddy.
22 on the night.
I'm not going to lie to you. 3 pizza boxes walked by me when that shot went up. I'm not going to lie where my mind was.
Yeah, kids showing no love to the old people on the announcer table.
Oh, Melanson stepped in to box out, and he gets Cox, and they're going to give Cox 3 shots from the line. That's a tough one. Melanson was just looking to spin and get a body on the shooter, and I think he came down underneath Cox's legs, and they're going to call that every time.
If he hits all 3, that will put them at 51, just 2 points away from the Hornets.
Oh,
Gets the
rattling
ball.
around, puts it down. Good player, this Cox kid.
He has 15 on the night.
Coach Hathaway told me he's their best player, in his opinion.
Spins.
Go up and in. He's got one more shot, but it looks like we're going to take a timeout here.
The fouls, it looks like both teams are in the bonus. A few more fouls, and we'll be heading to Mr. Davis's, I don't know if it's his favorite, but he does love explaining the double bonus.
Missing Mr. Davis tonight. This is one of the first times he hasn't been here.
Yeah.
He's kind of our Johnny Most, if you will. I'm not sure if you know who Johnny Most is. But,
No. Once again, your age has shown.
I know. Most listeners know, I think, that are roughly my age will appreciate that reference. Johnny Most, the longtime commentator for the Boston Celtics. Famous for a lot of calls, but my favorite call from Johnny Most was when he used to freak out and scream at Bill Lambier, who played for the Detroit Bad Boys there in the late 80s. I gotta have this TJS 1124. You gotta give me your name here. You got some good comments here, and I'd like to comment back, but I don't know who I'm barking at. But yes, I will stretch before laser tag. And hydrate and stretch. Very important once you're over the age of 40.
Or just obese.
Or I feel like obese is a little rugged.
You have put in the work in the weight room, but...
Well, you know, I said I watch TV. And Cox is going to make all 3 of his foul shots, so it turned out to be a very costly foul.
Keegan Melanson will go one-on-one.
He's going to decide to pull it back out.
Behind the back move.
It's going to stay and be Brunswick ball. I tell you what, Finn Mitchell, a lot of great effort. I give that kid a lot of credit for really getting after it out here tonight. I would comment with Coach Hathaway that along with Cox, Finn Mitchell is probably one of the better players. Maybe had more impact on the entire game than Cox tonight.
Finn Mitchell has 18.
Has 18 points. He's got, I mean, you guys can probably see at home, but he's a long kid. His very long arms and
Very skinny too.
Oh, Trent Sibley and family is the one giving me a hard time. All right, Trent Sibley and family. I see how it is.
A very clutch free throw here from Wyatt Hathaway. Sinks the first.
Trent, the only thing I need to say to you is I believe that you were cheering for the Kansas City Chiefs a couple weekends ago, and did not go very well for you, Trent. But I wouldn't bring that up, Trent. I'm not that bad.
Josiah Learned checks out of the game as the fab freshman Hunter Hayes will check in.
So Josh County, who's listening at home, be glad to hear his cousins in the game. Kilfoyle and Hayes. Hayes is going to switch off and take Noah. Noah Cox, who elevates and is off the mark.
Cole Morin.
Cole Morin with a big rebound.
That's
there,
his
folks.
16th of the night.
16 rebounds.
He wanted that rebound. He went up there and got it. Maybe that's our Snack Shack play of the game.
Ooh, could be.
If the Hornets seal this one off.
Did I miss Celia fouling out? Did Celia foul out?
He may have.
For Brunswick. I think he did. He's on the bench, and I just saw 5 on Cilia. So with 37.2 seconds left to go. Wyatt Hathaway's trying to ice it out here. Puts us up by 5.
That's his 25th point of the night.
25 from Hathaway.
Or 24 last night in the loss.
26.
Make it a 6-point game with 37 seconds to go. Kilfoyle's going to bring it up.
Has he hit all of his free throws tonight, KMJ?
I would believe so.
Something very characteristic.
Mitchell with a 3. That's going to make it a tough game. Mitchell has an unorthodox shot, but I tell you what, it's fallen tonight. Looked great right there. So, folks, don't go home. Not time to get that bean. Not time to go home to that beanhole supper yet. We got 3-point difference here with 26.5 left to go. It is a nail biter. I'm hoping tomorrow night's game is not a nail biter, but oh my goodness, the Colburn family is sitting next to me, and they keep cheering for the Rams. I do know where they live, and I'd hate to do the flaming dog poop on their steps tonight, but I'm not above that, folks. So what do we got here, folks? What do you think? What do you think is going to go on here, Mason, Cammy J? I think Leavitt's going to try to give the ball to Wyatt Hathaway. But
that's where I was going to go with that.
I would think Coach Hansen would take that away right away.
Very high percentage of free throws tonight.
It appears Keegan Melanson will step off the floor. They look to put their free throw shooters on the floor.
That's because Keegan has made.
That's a hold right there.
Missed many free throws.
23 just had both arms around Wyatt Hathaway.
And it appears that Sam Sharp is not happy with that.
And here comes the complaining.
You can watch on the stream as clearly they were holding on to Hathaway in hopes of not freeing him up for the free throw.
The Brunswick fans are going to be upset with that, but the offensive player has the right to go to a spot, and you have to allow them to get to that spot. I can understand the, being upset on that call, thinking that Wyatt was trying to push through there, which he was, but by the rules, the offensive player has a right to go to a spot.
Now that extends the lead to 4 with 26 seconds left.
Well, what we can't do here is allow Brunswick to come down and hit a quick 3.
If Hathaway sinks that, and they do sink the 3, that would actually put them within 2. Not a very good spot here for the Hornets if they do end up hitting.
But they will just take it.
Cole Morin getting quite high, attempting to go up and block, but it appears that somewhere on the backside, someone was able to slip in there and put it up for 2.
Coach Gray is currently yelling at his child. Very disappointed.
Very characteristic of him. As I'm actually friends with his son, Ashton Gray, and Ashton, very, very skinny, because Gray kind of steals all the food.
I
if you know what I mean.
I do. Ashton, I don't like to give my kid credit very much. I'm more of I'm kind of tough on him.
Yeah, hard-nosed.
He's lost about 15 pounds in the last 2 months. He's been battling with some pretty tough sickness. He's at stomach flu. He's just been tough. So I'm gonna feed him peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
He did beef up there for a while.
Hathaway. They are very intimidating, but he gets away.
Was that Cole Morin, not Cole Melanson? Cole Morin to Wyatt Hathaway.
All right, here we go, guys.
It was a very smart play call because they were double teaming Wyatt's backs facing Cole.
We're going to get Keegan Melanson in for defense here. He's going to take out Josiah Learned.
A roll reversal there as Cole Morin is now throwing touchdown passes to Wyatt Hathaway.
59-56 with 15 seconds left.
To Sharp. Sharp to Kilfoyle.
Looking for Cox.
Kilfoyle to Cox.
I wish you could
Cox
see.
For the 3.
No good.
I tell you what, they don't like that call. I didn't see it, to be honest with you.
2-second 3-point game. Let's see what happens.
Aiden Mitchell may want to kind of slow his roll as they're still in this game, but
going to take a timeout. Levin's going to take a timeout. Smart timeout here by Hathaway. Hey, draw something up. No reason to have a stupid little turnover here with 2.3 seconds left and have the game tied on a desperation 3. I think I would look to get the ball down the floor as quickly as possible, or if you can get a real safe pass right directly in front of the inbounder and look for a quick foul. A foul shot puts this game almost, well, it does. It puts the game out of reach, I think. 1 point from the foul strike.
Yeah.
Very disappointed in the crowd tonight. Should be standing up at the moment. That is why the game is so close.
Get some great comments here by Mike Pratt, who is related to Cole Morin. And he's got a lot of great comments here. Lots of contact in these last few minutes of this game.
Cole Morin will make the final decision as who he will give the ball off to.
I think, you know,
final send-off.
Double teaming Wyatt Hathaway yet again.
Cole's a leader. I trust him to inbound this ball, absolutely, and he's done it all week.
They throw it
Another
to Joshua
great throw.
Banks.
Oh, 0.8 seconds left. If Banks hits this.
Cole Morin knows the game is over.
The intensity on the face of Josh Banks.
Banks hits one of these, this game's over. It's 0.8. Even if he doesn't hit it, it's going to be very difficult to make anything happen here. You've got to catch and heave in under a second, and that's tough to do.
Josh Banks, a player who actually does not play football, but
I think he should have with that catch.
Yes, yes.
I think Wyatt Hathaway's got some.
And we will come down to this final free throw from Joshua Banks.
Wyatt Hathaway might have some competition at quarterback next season. The way Morin threw that dime.
Even if Banks misses, that's still there's less than a second left. 0.8. Banks.
Game over.
Very clutch
Banks
with his fourth point of the
game.
night. And you're not going to win it, bud. Great throw. With 0.5 left, up by 4.
Jamie Jordan trying to do the mic drop over here.
Oh, we're finally getting some hype from the crowd.
Crowd's getting up
It
here.
is about time. That is game, folks.
Wyatt Hathaway will end this game off.
Tell you
shout
what,
out Deacon Jordan.
Great job to come back tonight after that tough loss last night. Just an absolutely fabulous effort. What do we got, Cammie? Who are the team leaders for the Hornets?
Well, in points, it is Wyatt Hathaway with 28, and Cole Morin with rebounds. He has 16 on the night.
Oh, 16 rebounds by Cole Morin, huge.
And I would like to say that Finn Mitchell had a good game with 21 points, as long as Sharp with 19.
Sharp and Mitchell, absolutely huge for the Dragons tonight. And a great team. This Brunswick team is a very, very good team. Well coached, a lot of good athletes. Just happy to see all that stuff.
Cole Morin's signature dunk.
After the win, his legs didn't like to get his. Would have liked to get a little more rim on that dunk there after the game, but I think his legs might be a little beat up after two
and
games.
He's still unathletic, hiding in my shadow.
A little
at Leavitt High School.
Friendly rivalry between Cam and Cole. Hey guys, thanks a lot. I think we're back on the air on Tuesday.
Yep.
I will not be part of that. Mace, are you part of that?
I do believe so.
All right. So
I don't know who will be joining me just yet, but hopefully Cammy J comes back sometime this season.
Cammy J did a great job tonight.
I did actually enjoy it. I did not expect Cam to have the math skills that he did tonight, but
good job.
Proved the haters wrong.
Okay, guys, we're getting the sign from the producer to sign off. So thanks everybody. Thanks for listening to Buzz Media. Make sure you tune in next.